Hello, pile number one, and welcome or welcome back to my channel. These are messages for the first 2 weeks of the month of February. Let's dive right in. I have received only a small little idea here for pile number one, and that is misalignment. So it seems like pile number one, you find yourself a little bit misaligned with something that you wish with your future self. You see, pile number one, I feel like there is either a fated point in your destiny, something major, a future self that was waiting for you to embody that version. You are almost there. It feels big, it feels important, it feels, I hear the word static. I don't know why static. But it feels of importance, you guys. And so you have been there was a misalignment here, and you were confused. Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do the other thing in order to reach this version of myself that can manifest, achieve, obtain something that's very precious to you, something that's very important to you. But you see, very probably you didn't think about you arriving in this point using the words or the thought process I am bringing to you today. Yeah. This is what it is. There is a message here of sometimes people use different words, different wording, different thought processes, different people are different, right? But what they are saying is actually what you are saying, or what they articulate through words is exactly your immediate reality. And so we have to pay attention to this aspect of things, seems like in the first 2 weeks of February. But there is a better way to put this into words. Give me just 1 second here, Holy Spirit. In the first 2 weeks of February, pile number one, you are going to meet someone which is going to put into words, articulate a process you are going through into words different than what you are used to. So it is very important that you are not going you are going to listen to what the person has to say, and you are not going to shut them off, distance yourself from them if it applies. It is very, very important that you listen and you don't jump to conclusions too fast. Very interesting. I wanted to see the definition of the word static. Lacking in movement, action, or change, especially in an undesirable or uninteresting way. You might feel that what this person has to say is somehow expired. Somehow you might think that what they have to say doesn't apply to you, or it is old knowledge, it is of the past, and it doesn't apply to you in the present moment. But actually, pile number one, this is one of the elements, if not the element, that you need in order to arrive, to embrace the next version of yourself, which is right there waiting for you to arrive. That's that. And I think this is okay. This is part of your destiny, you guys. This is major. This is part of your destiny. I hear February, Aquarius. I think there is a new moon in Aquarius. Is it an eclipse? I'm not even sure. If you want to look it up, but it's of importance. And seems like in the first 2 weeks of February, you are going to... Give me just 1 second here. Yes, this is what it is, you guys. Oh my god, this is it feels so important. There might be some voices, or these voices might be in your own head. This is it's being emphasized really in the month of February, in the first week of February. Some voices which are in your head or outside of you, they might try to convince you or to create a misalignment with this next version of yourself. But if you listen to what this one person has to say, there is a person that will say something. Pile number 1. If you listen, you go straight to that version of yourself. You go straight home is what I hear. You go straight home. What is with the new moon in Aquarius? There is a feeling here of you embracing your Aquarian nature, your humanitarian nature, first 2 weeks of February. But it shouldn't happen, or it's not going to happen in the way that you imagine. And again, it takes me back to that person that's going to tell you something. It's not going to happen in the way that you imagine. Okay. Let's pull some cards. Let's see what else we get. Angels and Ancestors by Kyle Gray. You see gray zone, gray area. You might be someone, pile number 1, which usually you like to stay in the gray zone, or you are very neutral in your energies. You try to be very balanced, rooted, grounded when it's time to take a decision, when it's time to make a change, or just even when you speak, you are very aware of what words come out of your mouth. But there is something here in the first 2 weeks of February where you should embrace your power fully. You should not take no for an answer, is what I'm being told. You should not take no for an answer. You should embrace your power fully. So this might feel a little bit of an unknown territory for you. So you have to leave a little bit the gray zone temporarily, or maybe just for one moment, and go fully into the dark side of the things, if you want, which is the power, which the power lies. Interesting. Pile number 1, what are you doing? Autumn. Release the old and rest. In order to release the old and put everything to rest, you need to be in your power. Here you go. In order to release the old and put everything to rest, you need to be in your power. Pile number 1. It is almost like in the first 2 weeks of February you are closing an era, is what I'm being told, a cycle nonetheless of your soul, a soul cycle, which is of course intertwined with multiple cycles of the planet, Mother Earth, the world in general. And there is like just a little, the last beat of that cycle lies into you accepting your power, being in your power. Maybe you need to act fast or to act out of your character for a second, which is actually what you need to embrace your future self. Whoa, okay. These two cards are facing up. Should we take these ones? No, let's shuffle a little bit longer. Whole lot of messages. 1 second here. One card is underneath the chair. Okay. Okay, pile number 1. What else? Hermit, retreat and recharge. When life feels like too much, retreat and recharge. So in the first 2 weeks of February. Here is what it is, you guys. There is a push and pull here of energies, almost like fire and earth. I think, what planet goes into Aries? It's Saturn. Saturn enters Aries, I think. I am so not good. I don't know much about astrology, guys. And there is a little bit of a push and pull, collectively speaking, and of course it reflects into you closing a soul cycle. There is a push and pull into you in your life here, pile number 1, between the 1st and the 14th of February. And when it feels a little bit like too much, retreat and recharge, you know, you might I see. You guys, so remember when I said you might be someone that's in the gray area, someone neutral, someone that takes their time, someone that doesn't take reckless action, someone that think things through. Again, here is not an advice where you should just jump into on your instincts and on your primal nature and change completely who and what you are. It's almost like, even here you should take it step by step and retreat, go within. Okay, I know I have to use my power to embrace my power fully in this situation. What do I have to do now? This. And the action might be out of that which you would usually do, but you see, it's still an action that is thought through. It's still not something reckless. And slowly but surely here you are going to retreat and recharge, think the situation through, go back out there, take your power back, or act out of your there is a whole lot of power here that you are going to get in contact with in yourself somehow, some way, pile number 1. And so slowly but surely you are going to embody more and more of this power of yours, and that's how you are going to embrace. I'm seeing you in an embrace with the next version of self. So if I was to put a name to your pile, it would be embracing the next version of self. Guys, can you hear the pigeons I have outside my window? Let's see if they have a message. Okay. Yes, the message of the pigeons is follow the voice of your soul, because your soul is taking you here towards its own power and strength. And this might be a process initiated in the first 2 weeks of February, and it's going to continue moving. Maybe it's going to be different for every one of you watching, is what I'm being told, but it can be a process of 2 to 3 weeks up to half a year, maybe at 8 months, more or less. Okay, follow the voice of your soul. Let's pull more cards. What else for the first 2 weeks of February? Make sure you still pay attention to the details. Make sure you pay attention to the details in the month of February. Make sure you don't push yourself to exhaustion. Make sure you don't become a David Goggum. What's the name of that guy? There is a tendency here to do so, or to yes, what's being emphasized is don't push yourself to exhaustion in the month of February, in the first 2 weeks of February. I keep saying in the month of February, but maybe it's, again, if it's a process that takes longer than 2 weeks, it makes sense. Snake, shadowed skin. Oh, it's in reverse. Shadowed skin in reverse. This talks about a little bit about, it reminds me of narcissists, really. I don't know how it reflects back to your message, but let's see. It reminds me of narcissists and how they pretend they shadowed skinned, but they are still cold-blooded creatures. It's in reverse. Oh. Collectively speaking, pile number 1. I don't know how much you will observe this in your immediate reality, in your day-by-day life, but collectively speaking, seems like what we witness here is wow, a betrayal happening at a large scale. This can be at the government level or something between those lines. What is it, Spirit? What we witness here is some sort of a betrayal, but at the same time, high narcissistic individuals, dark people, bad people. Dark is not bad always, right? They are somehow being isolated from the rest of humanity. I'm not saying all of them, a portion of them. Ooh. This is deep information, pile number 1. I'm seeing here wow. Listen, pile number 1. People with dark roots in the planet will get to be uncovered a little bit, vulnerable a little bit, because those that protected them, so to speak, are being attracted, called towards other corners of the universe, leaving them behind. Betrayal, maybe. Leaving them behind, because the devil is always selfish, and it goes where it how do you say it? What's more convenient for the devil? That is where the devil goes. And so the devil plus the devil here doesn't work anymore. The connection seems like in the month of February, this is what we are going to notice, or maybe just feel. I don't know how public this will be. Okay, let's see. Heart Guardian, love and let yourself be loved. This has a little bit of vibe of romantic love, romance. What do you want to say here? This next version of yourself, pile number 1, not sure how much, if you are single, if you're in a connection, I'm not sure just yet. Let's see what's coming through. If you're single, I'm not sure how much you will still be interested in a romantic partner or in romantic love, but I'm seeing someone being like, hey, hey, turn around, look at me. So there is a romantic interest here, but you see, this is a very high vibrational connection for someone. For whoever this message is for, this is a very high high vibrational connection, romantic connection. And I was seeing mountain, bottom of the deck, and really I want to say that this connection can move mountains. You are like a direct reflection of one another. This can be a spouse, your future spouse, if you decide that you want to go with it. Your future spouse, your future. And why do I say if you decide that if you want to go with it? It feels very free willy. It feels very free willy. It doesn't feel here like that crazy type of love and we're so attracted to each other. It doesn't feel like that. It feels more like mature, more like I definitely enjoy you, I definitely enjoy your company, but I'm in a position where I can say no. Just I don't know why you would say no to it. Maybe you are just fine by yourself. Why would you say no to it? Why do I have this feeling? You see, pile number 1, not that you are going to say no to it, but I think that you are going to be a little bit mesmerized and surprised of what the universe had in store for you. And you are going to take it very, very slowly. Maybe you're going to be here a little bit skeptical, which is not a bad thing. Who knows what you have been through? Right, with that snake over there, maybe you have been surrounded by a whole lot of narcissistic individuals, which is very, very common, very, very popular. They say 1 in 5 people is a narcissist. Yes, we all have traits, but how many traits do you have? You know what I'm saying? Anyhow, this is what I'm seeing for the month of February. If you are in a connection though, I don't necessarily feel a message for those coupled up with this card. Let's see. Oh. For those of you that are in a connection, I'm seeing that you are definitely trying to let go of a snake in yourself, trying to heal maybe some traits that you have in yourself, or just a part of you that needs healing, right? And your partner here, they want to do that also, and you are helping them. One partner helps the other to let go of some low vibrational energies in themselves. Okay. But you see, again, yes, the idea of push and pull, fire and earth, Neptune in Aries, whatever the astrological event is going to be here in the first weeks of February, it is almost like, yes, I'm still speaking for you couples, right? In the first 2 weeks, it is like, I want to heal this in me, and you want to heal that in you. I'm going to help you heal that, but there is a part in my subconscious that doesn't want you to heal that, because if you heal that, something might happen that I consciously don't want, or subconsciously still don't want. There are things here interconnected between in yourself and with your partner, and inside of your partner for sure. Did you hear that? Yeah. One more card for the couples. Spring, see your seeds grow in reverse. There might be here a process where you might think that whatever is now to be healed, it is what needs to take place in order for you to achieve a goal in yourself, a financial goal, or a goal for the relationship to grow closer to one another. And although that is true, that's a long-term project. That's a long-term project. And you might see the seeds grow, but it takes time until you can see what you want to see, what you want to obtain. So yes, that is the path, but don't think it's a short-term project. Don't think it's a short-term project. One more. Anything else for the couples? No, one more and we end the reading. Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. There is an energy here. Yes, it takes me back to you couples, but it's just for the couples. It's just for the couples, this message. Especially for the couples indeed. There is an energy available to you couples where seeds are being planted in I want you to imagine this. There is this very low vibrational energy that you are working on. It's between you and your person. Now, not going to lie, this might be intense to unblock. It definitely is something that takes a lot of strength to cut through. I am seeing this almost like a dark artery between you two, or through your connections, so to speak. It is almost like this is part of your soul contract. This is something that you both knew you have to work through, or to dissect, to let that darkness come out of the artery. Even if that might push you away for a while, you guys. This is what wants to come through, however that applies, unfortunately. And this is the message. You both, at the soul level, you both knew. The medicine mother is the energy that's available for that project, if you want to be initiated, because once she puts the seeds over there on the artery explodes. Not sure what this, I have chills, means in reality for each one of you watching, but it's intense, it's difficult, it is not easy. It's intense, it's difficult, it is not easy, and it's something that you should ponder upon before accepting the seeds from the medicine mother. Pile number 1, we're at 30 minutes. Holy Spirit, is there anything you want to add here? Am I on point? Okay, pile number 1. Yes, seems like this is true. Should we bring more information about this situation? It will come in the next 2 weeks of February. I'm going to record another message for the last 2 weeks of February. More information will come over there. Thank you very much for being here with me. If you'd like a private reading, a private healing session, a shamanic healing journey, or if you are interested in any of my upcoming masterclasses, please send me an email at kkintuitive@gmail.com. Find my email address in the description box below. Thank you very much for being here, and I'll see you in my next one. Namaste. Hello, pile number 2, and welcome back to my channel. This is a message, multiple messages in fact, for the first 2 weeks of February. I already have a couple of words here for you. It is not a lot, it feels very random. Let's see where we get. So pile number 2, a spider you won't expect, a ring master, and an apple. Let's see how we bring the message together. When I think of spiders, I think of tarantulas first and foremost. When I say spider, to my mind doesn't come a spider, it comes a tarantula, or those huge tarantula spiders that you see in Australia. But those are tarantulas, right? I know some of them are called spiders, they call them spiders, but to me, man, when you see something as big as your hand, that's not a spider anymore. Okay, so I think of collective shadow, the unconscious. Okay, I see. A spider you won't expect. There is a situation in the month of February, in the first 2 weeks, pile number 2, where you are either here part of a group of people or a community, a family, and you notice a huge shadow in someone or over the community, or you are someone very rare. Based on young teachings, he says that's a very small percentage in population it's able to notice the human unconscious. Me personally, I call it subconscious, because I say unconscious, it's something else. But putting that on the side, notice people's unconscious, understands it. It can be quite scary at some point in the journey. The tendency is to isolate yourself just because of how much you can see, feel, and perceive. You might be one of these individuals, pile number 2, which is amazing and very, very hard to be. And seems like you either are going to stand out, if you are the individual, you are going to stand out in the first 2 weeks of February by understanding part of the unconscious, or a shadow in someone, or this is, imagine how I see it, is that big huge spider slash tarantula which exists in Australia, the biggest one, the one that jumps or moves very fast. God, that's so freaking trippy. Just the only one I think about it. God. So you either are going to see whatever that means in words when we talk about shadow in someone or over a group of people, and you're going to talk about it, or you're going to discuss about it. You might be a psychologist, a therapist, or if not, you are just a genius embodied, God embodied more and more, right? And you either are going to stand out, or you will witness someone standing out because of this capacity and ability that they have. A spider you won't expect. So they don't expect you, or you are not expecting this. You also might, because of this capacity that you have, you might really notice how the patterns very, very quick, and how the series of patterns can lead to a disaster in time and space if it's not spoken upon. But even when it's spoken upon, many people don't pay attention or don't listen because they don't believe. And I'm seeing here this might be a situation that will happen in the first 2 weeks of February, or just generally speaking. I'm going to dive deeper, but this is what I'm getting at the moment. You are telling here a group of people, listen, this and this, a danger of sorts, it is going to happen. Listen, this and this, it is going to happen. Listen, the spider is going to come and it's going to bite us all. Listen, the spider is coming and it's going to bite us all, and we're going to suffer. Some of us maybe are going to die. It's dangerous. Nobody believed you, or believes you, or believe this person. And so the time has come, or will come, in the first 2 weeks of February. Again, I'm going to dive deeper here a little bit, where the event takes place. What you said came to fruition. You took the necessary precaution, and basically, so to speak, you built your ark, Noah. So you are not going to drown, but the rest didn't. And so they are drowning. There is something here in the month of February, first 2 weeks for you. I have to change the battery. I'll be right back. Okay, pile number 2. Let's dive a little bit deeper and see if something like this is going to happen in February, in the first 2 weeks, or this is just generally speaking something that you are supposed to know about yourself. Coffee, I love coffee. So oh my God, you guys, this is so beautiful. Listen, my friends, pile number 2. You might have, again, you definitely are someone here that sees patterns. You have this beautiful gift of identifying patterns very, very quickly, and the one that sees the human subconscious, the one that is warning people about this and this and that different dangers. Maybe, and in the past you have been surrounded by people didn't respect this in you, didn't have the capacity to see you. These people didn't see you, pile number 2. But right now, in the first 2 weeks of February, maybe in the second week, towards the third one, it's very possible you will be with someone, with a group of people where they will see you. They will see you and you will feel maybe even in tears. You will be maybe even in tears here. You will understand, oh my God, and I hear the words, it was all worth it, or it is all worth it. Not sure what that is about. Maybe you took the decision to let people go of people, to leave someone, to let something behind, to leave someone behind, and now being surrounded by a new group of friends or by a new community, you are somewhere here at school. I don't know where you are, but you are surrounded by people, and they look at you and they say, oh my God, I see you, pile number 2. You might have this amazing, again, gift in yourself, and you will look at someone, and maybe this someone, maybe they have tried a whole lot of different therapies, a whole lot of psychologists, a whole lot of, and if it has nothing to do with shadow work, psychologist, human subconscious or unconscious, this is you having something very rare which was not appreciated where you were before, and now you find a place in time with people that see you and appreciate that thing in you which is very rare, you guys. And in this next example that came to mind, it seems like there is someone here that maybe they have been trying a whole lot of products, if this is not about therapy and shadow work, products from someone, from different someones, obviously, and now you showed up in their life. They manifested you in a self, or you manifested each other. And I want to say it's a win-win situation, but it's almost like you have more to win out of it, even if you are the rare diamond they were looking for, if it makes sense. Now, that's with the I have a huge ring in my head, not even in my ear, in my head. Next thing on our list is a ring. A ring. Pile number 2. If ring signifies power, because it takes me to the Lord of the Rings. If it signifies power, someone here took your power away. This can be your parents being unfortunately not very developed emotionally or otherwise. They took your power away. They took it away, and seems like you took it back. This is what you are going to notice in the first week of February. The ring is back on your finger. The ring is back on your finger. They were enjoying the ring, but not any longer. The ring is back on your finger. How can this be translated in actions? Maybe you are going to cut contact with some very difficult people, or maybe you are just going to keep silent, not say anything, and move ahead with your life, taking the decisions that you know, think, believe, feel that are right for you and for what you have become, and what you are going to become, because you are here. It's beautiful, the energy you are in, my friend, and this is like an unstoppable process. What I'm being shown here, an unstoppable process of growth, and some spiders here, some dark entities, some low vibrational people, they cannot move forward with you on this. You catch too much speed, my friend. You are too fast for them to come with you. and those that wish to come with you. And I'm seeing here someone. Oh. Those that wish to come with you, they have to undergo a strong, powerful process of metamorphosis, pile number 2. And those that laugh at you and your project, and they try to come after you in one way or another, or to accompany you on this journey ahead, they will turn to stone and they will break. Not anyone can take this path, is what I'm being told. The next thing we have is a ringmaster, although, okay, because I felt there is something else to be added here with the ring, but I heard it will come with the ringmaster. Okay. The ringmaster. You see, there is the notion here of you or someone being prepared enough to hold power, the ringmaster, to hold the power of the ring, Lord of the Rings, to hold the power of the ring, to have that ring on their hand. It reminds me somehow of the Masons. I don't know why, really, but it reminds me of, this is what I feel, that you are being prepared to hold a whole lot of power, and still be in the light of the divine. And yeah, I'm seeing a Mason here, all dressed up. I wonder why. Yet in the light of the divine, someone that's not being corrupted. Someone that's not being corrupted. I don't know, pile number 2, who you are or what you are doing here, but what the plans the divine has for you. But definitely so much power you are going to be able to hold, and God is not playing when it comes to you. You are being molded into someone that's incorruptible. You cannot be corrupted, so to speak. Maybe that's why you had a very difficult childhood, early years, maybe a very difficult life altogether. You had to be molded like a dough, right? When you make the bread, you just have to really work on it in order for the bread to be fluffy and to grow and to... Indeed. The last thing that we have is an apple. The apple really, again, it takes me to being able to being a rarity of a person on planet Earth. However that applies, God giving you a bite from the apple of seeing, knowing, understanding, and what? Oh God, you guys. You know what I'm seeing here? How religions are being manipulated by some puppet masters, which are actually part of Masonry, and the Masonry is actually connected to satanic cults. And now they are showing me a whole lot of sacrifices, right? Animal sacrifice, sacrificing goats, black magic basically, and all the black magic. Ooh. Lol. All that black magic. Have you been watching pile number 1? Because I know I'm jumping a little bit here, but it makes sense in my head, so I hope I'm going to explain it good enough so it makes sense for you. In pile number 1, towards the end of the pile, I was telling a couple, there was a message for some couples out there that they know religion. Oh man. Okay. There are some couples out there that in the first 2 weeks of February, they will release a huge blockage at the level of the couple. And this blockage looks like a dark artery, like a vein, a dark vein with dark. That's the freaking black magic that these Masons did through black magic sacrifices, goats, whatever I'm seeing here. And so there are couples that seems like they are in union and they have to cut through that artery. And sometimes cutting through that artery means breakup, means we have to break up for a while, then we are going to be back together eventually, maybe. Indeed, yeah. And so someone here, you, I assume, have this capacity to see patterns, to see what's happening beyond the veil. And so you know what to do, or it is almost like pile number 2, as the world has these black priests, these black magic practitioners, which yeah, some as the world has these black magic practitioners, God sent white magic practitioners, which is you in a sense, but you have to see the dark in order to understand it. Another idea that came to me while I was trying to articulate this to you is how this black magic they did interfere with the masculine energy in men in particular, in women also, in men in particular, and they transform these people into narcissists, so to speak, making them to run after money or power or courage. I hear run after courage. Interesting. And forgetting to pay attention to their women, forgetting to pay attention to the Holy Trinity of the institution of the family, forgetting to pay attention to the root where from where everything starts. And there is so much more to be said here. Related to all this is also the women now, the spouses, right? The wifes, the wives, they are oracles, they are intuitive, they know things. And so now the men, which grew to be very narcissistic and rigid, they come back home to their wives and put them down, talking about the apple of knowledge, put them down, killing that intuition, Oh God, yes, there's something here about abuse, control, patriarchy, patriarchy. Okay, this is what we are cutting through in the month of February, first 2 weeks. That's what that artery is about. Long story short, some people that are in abusive connections, I don't know how many, I don't think everyone on planet Earth obviously will take the decision to cut through that artery. The soul connection is definitely there, because these couples, they talked before of time, before of time, meaning before they incarnated, and not only to come here and to do this work this lifetime. One might be abusive, the woman might be put down in many ways, and so now the artery is being cut. Pile number 2. The artery is being cut. Wow, same card for pile as it came out for pile number 1. Autumn, release the old and rest. Sun, enjoy success and happiness. And Spirit Fox, trust your talents in changing times. These cards to me, yeah, I don't know how this is going to happen for everyone watching, but with the Sun, from a higher perspective, this is glory, victory. This is a very important moment in time. It's when that artery is being released, cut through, all the junk has to come out, to be released, to be released. Yet from a 3D perspective, from a human perspective, I'm not saying this is going to be easy for the moment when it's happening. Yet I'm not going to lie, it feels like shortly after, 2 to 3 weeks after, I'm seeing here happiness. Pile number 2. You see, trust your talents in changing time. Someone here, you are such a seer, such a pattern recognitioner. Is that a word in English? You recognize patterns so fast with this trust your talents in changing times. You change the time, you change the end of situations by you noticing them, by you speaking about them, removing yourself from situations. Yeah. You are someone so fluffy. Look at this fox. You are someone such a valuable individual. Pile number 2. Who are you? Who are you? Because really, and now we have the moon. Take note of intuitive messages. Look at this, sun and moon. Yeah, a whole lot of romantic love now is coming through for your pile also. You might here be attracting someone very special if you are not in a connection just yet, or if you are in that connection, you will probably talk about something very difficult between you two, that artery, that vein. What else about it? Heart guardian, love and let yourself be loved. Love, I told you. Arrow, surround yourself with protective energy. Medicine guardian, be open to healing information. I'm getting here a situation for someone. Surround yourself with protective energy. If there is a situation, oh my god, my goodness, you guys, if you are making a plan to leave your husband or your wife, there are situations and situations, right? If you are making what now? Yeah, that was a very strange energy, but let's continue. So if you're in a situation here where you want to move out, it is time for you to maybe take a break for your partner, or protective energy would be make a plan, make a strategy, so you can make sure you take good care of yourself in this new chapter, temporary or permanent, however it's going to apply to everyone watching, or to someone, maybe to no one, maybe this is someone that you know. That would be a token of self-love from you towards you. And if this relationship that you are in has to come to an end, just around the corner after it, maybe very soon, maybe you come out of a relationship and you enter another one, and it's not something that I would recommend, and not something I recommend, but this message comes through, and maybe it is for someone's highest good. We don't know everything, right? Be open to healing information. So zoom, yes, I'm seeing here a situation where you will feel like zapped in the heart, you and someone, sun and moon, two people zapped in the heart. Oh my god, we found each other. This can be after you leave someone behind, which belong to dark energies, narcissistic, rigid, karmic. Yeah, that's that. Pile number 2, that is that. Okay, that was the message. Thank you very much for being here. If you are interested in private readings with me, healing sessions, shamanic healing journeys, or in any of my upcoming masterclasses, please send me an email, and find my email address in the description box below. Thank you very much for being here, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome or welcome back to my channel. These are messages for the first 2 weeks of the month of February 2026. Let's begin. I've got some ideas for you, down on paper. Nothing too crazy. As it was for pile number 2, a little bit random, but we shall put it together, put everything together in a nice story. So, let's begin. Good coffee, good love, good sex, good life. Who wouldn't want all that? But what is the sense of life if we are here without purpose? This is what I got for you, pile number 3. Well, if you ask me right off the bat, I can tell you that life would be so amazing right now just with all of that. And maybe with just some little challenges which would bring a contrast, so we know what's good and what's not good to do or to have or to do. And that maybe that's, yeah, I feel it at a visceral level that should be the normal, right? Every single one of us on planet Earth should have a little bit of struggle here and there, but just a little bit of struggle, not a whole lot of struggle, if it makes sense. Why are we talking about these things for pile number 3, first 2 weeks of February? It also reminds me, there's a connection here with pile number 2. Maybe you come from there. I also noticed the connection between pile number 2 and pile number 1. I don't see a connection yet between you and pile number 1, but who knows? Who knows? Now, I saw a video, I think yesterday, as recent as yesterday. And there was this lady talking about how we all are different and how beautiful it is that we experience all that we experience on this planet. And I couldn't not agree. I don't agree with what she said, just because what I mentioned earlier. We are not supposed to experience so much suffering and trouble. If you look at people in certain countries, even in the countries, in the country I come from, life, and I don't even want to call it life, because I don't think life wanted that for them. Other people and whatever exists in other people, as in programs, shadows, so on and so forth, didn't give them a chance, man. Didn't give them a chance to enjoy life. Maybe they did enjoy here and there, but not from the core of their being. They didn't have a chance to live life. And so there is a notion here that collectively we grieve the life of many which are still alive. How profound is this? We grieve the life that was not lived of many, and these people are still alive. Pile number 3. In the first 2 weeks of February, there will be a situation here, or maybe this is just globally, this is a global event where you will either witness that, or you yourself, you are going to be sad, grieve that which shouldn't have happened. The connection with pile number 2. For pile number 2, what I saw there for them is that they will stand out in a crowd because of this a certain understanding regarding a certain thing, or because of a product they create, they make. In your case, you might be someone that will witness that person, or you might be the same person talking about a topic that's really waking people up, or you create something, a product that will help some people. You become someone that can help people in one way or another. First 2 weeks of February. What else here? Let's pull some cards. Okay, so for you, I'm going to use the other deck, the Liminal Spirits Oracle. That's how it looks like. Okay. Belladonna. Oh, I see, you guys. This is so interesting. First 2 weeks of February. Belladonna. People that see normal as normal being something which is an anomaly. Someone which normalized an anomaly, see you, they hear you speaking, they see you, they see you being a role model, or your product, or your business, or something that you do, that you are, and they start changing their ways. They start changing their ways. There is also something with you being choosing the high morality. Cave. You might feel, pile number 3, that you are almost forced or pushed to come out of the house, to go see people, meet people, let people see you, let people know you, let people be around you, because you bring change. You are the change bringer. If I would to put a name to your pile, would be the change bringer. The change bringer. You have something very special about you. What comes to mind is Merlin, the TV show on Netflix. If you are someone that watched me for a while, you know I bring Merlin TV show. I bring it up quite a bit. You have been in the cave, and when Merlin was in the cave, Merlin thought that he lost his powers, his magical powers, because Morgana, which was at that moment in time a very, very sick, bad, wicked witch, sent him some sort of a creature which basically took his magic away, but it was all temporarily. It wasn't permanently. And so our Merlin took his powers back with the help of the crystals in the cave, with the help of the unknown, the spirits, the world beyond the veil, so on and so forth. And now he is walking on the planet, the legend says, with a whole lot of powers. And this is you, Merlin. And so now you have to walk on the planet, around the world, around the people. So the people are also ready. These people that you are going to encounter, nonetheless, right? At least these people, they are ready to change their ways. I don't know if you are going to do something, like practically, if you are going to be a speaker here, a therapist, a something, or you just being you. But they are, let's pull one more card for Belladonna. Salamander? Let me shuffle a little bit. But their field is changing as you are there, as you are talking to them, touching them, hugging them, being yourself. They are changing. Time. Yes, the time is now for this change to take place. Pile number 3, clay, interesting, changing, you see. Pile number 3, my dark crystal. I'm trying to charge my mug here, my coffee mug. I don't know what you're doing to these people, but I see that it's almost like you have Saturn, the planet Saturn, in your body. You might be a Capricorn, but regardless, right? I think what here God wants to tell me is you have been under the hand of Saturn for enough time that you can now destroy rigidity in people just by being you. The blocks, the rigid structures in people, when they encounter you somehow, they are demolishing, really. They are demolishing. And ooh, yeah. You have been prepared for this. You have been prepared for this. Crystal, crystal cave, crystal. One more. Cat. No, yes. Towards the end of every single pile so far, number 1, number 2, and now your pile, the feeling of romantic love, slaps me in the face from the collective energies. Guys, what is this? In the first 2 weeks of February, very soon, maybe in the first week at the beginning, I'm seeing here that someone in your life, maybe you don't know them, maybe this is going to be related to romantic love, we shall see in a second. It is and it is not. It is and it is not. Maybe for some it is, maybe for some it is not. Let's see. Step by step. There is this almost like professor. I'm sure it's not going to be a professor for everyone watching, but there is this person that has some sort of knowledge. Yeah, in my vision is a professor. They have a whole lot of knowledge regarding a topic, but then you show up and the professor sits down and listens to what you have to say. The professor sits down and listens to what you have to say. So, however this is going to apply in every one of your cases, someone with a whole lot of knowledge around the topic stopped speaking when he or she hears what you have to say, and what you have to say seems like it's pretty interesting. Seems like what you have to say is again breaking down rigid structures in themselves, and why for some it is romantic love and for some it is not. It is romantic love in all cases. How? For some, yes, this person and you might come together in a romantic union, but for others it is still about romantic love but not involving you. You are helping this person grow closer in the romantic relationship they already have with their husbands or their wives. You see. And why did I hear, and this is how? What the heck? And this is how your life is coming to an end. Don't despair, bear with me. This is how your life is coming to an end. There is a major change. Your life as you knew it before is coming to an end. You might, someone here of importance, someone here, a very important person might here see you. There is something here that you have to say, you guys. Or maybe this is your craft. This is a product. This is something that you do that will really raise the interest of someone important. and they will change the heck of your life, the heck out of your life. Either you are going to get married with this person and that's how it's going to happen, or just purely professional, they will help you. Something here will happen, professionally speaking. So that is the end of your life as you know it. Beautiful. And the cat in this case is you. And you are looking at the crystal. You are looking at the crystal and you're like, wow, all that for me? All of that is for me? I don't know if this person will make you a huge gift with the crystal there, or that might be the new life that you have. But you are looking at that and you're like, oh my god. Look at the cat. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Almost like you are skeptical a little bit, you don't believe it. Yeah, I'm seeing you sitting down with your mustache, your cat mustache, and you're like, oh my god. What the heck? Is this my reality now? Wow, what is coming here towards you guys? I'm going to make another video with second part of February, and I have a feeling and the knowing that more information is going to come there. Yeah, indeed, desert, no more information. This is what I'm getting. That's it, you guys. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Expect amazing things, you guys. Oh my god, I'm such a pile number 3 today, and 2 and 1, because all of them are amazing, with the exception of some messages, but it is what it is. Pile number 3. Thank you very much for being here. Are we done? Thank you very much for being here. If you're interested in any private readings, private healing sessions, shamanic healing journeys, or information about my upcoming masterclasses, please send me an email and we shall take it from there. Find my email address in the description box below. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in my next one. Namaste.